help me, Jane, please?
Good morning, Mrs. Lee. Can I help you?
Good morning, Mr. Blabber. I want some coffee and 5 packets of tea, the usual brand.
I'm afraid we haven't got any Brook Bond in at the moment.
Oh. What other brand could you recommend to me, please?
Well, we've got Horniman's. That's an excellent tea. It's very much like Brook Bond. Not the same, but very much like it.
How much is it?
20 pence a packet.
20 pence a packet. Isn't that rather expensive?
Not for what it is, Mrs. Lee. Ask Mrs. Bell. She always buys Horniman's. Here she comes. Good morning, Mrs. Bell.
Good morning, Mr. Blabber. Hello, Mary. How are you?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
Fine, thanks. Nice day, isn't it? Shopping for Barbara's birthday party, I see, Mary.
Will you help me with my shopping, Jane, please? I always have Brook Bond tea, but Mr. Blabber hasn't got any in at the moment. Do you recommend Horniman's?
Yes, I like it very much. You must try it.
Very well.
Shall I send 5 packets to your house, Mrs. Lee?
No, thank you. You needn't send them to our house. Joe can take them home. This is Joe, our new gardener.
How do you do?
How do you do?
How do you do?
It's not mine.
By the way, I found a key in the shop last week. Is it yours, Mrs. Lee?
Will you show it to me, please?
Here you are.
No, it's not ours. Doesn't it belong to you, Jane?
Will you give it to me, please? No, it's not mine. But I saw Mrs. Bumble here a week ago. Perhaps it's hers.
I showed her the key yesterday, Mrs. Bell. It isn't hers either.
You must be very careful with keys. The day before yesterday...
Yes, dear. What happened the day before yesterday?
Well, first I must tell you that Robert has a strange habit.
What's that?
Well, he spent a lot of time on the continent when he was young and picked it up there. He's in the habit of locking the garden gate.
How funny.
Yes, it is. But it's a habit of his and I don't mind.
Because of that picture, is it?
Shh!
Sorry, Mary. So what happened?
The day before yesterday he was in a hurry and forgot to lock the gate. I was in the kitchen with Kate. I put a tin of luncheon meat on the small table by the window. We went into the dining room to lay the table. When we went back into the kitchen, the tin was gone.
Oh, dear. What happened?
The tin of pork wasn't on the small table. We were alone in the house and the window was open. And what do you think I found by the window?
What?
A scarf.
The scarf again.
A scarf?
Yes, a scarf. It wasn't mine. Barbara looked at it, but it wasn't hers.
Did you show it to your husband?
Yes, I showed him the scarf, but it wasn't his. And it didn't belong to Dick either.
Well, whose was it then?
Yesterday morning, Dick went into the garden, and he found footprints in the flower beds. The footprints of 2 men.
So it was theirs, wasn't it?
Yes, it was theirs. And Dick found the tin there too. But there was no meat in it.
What was the scarf like, madam?
It was rather long.
What colour was it?
Black and green. Why?
Oh, yes, then it was Fred's.
Fred? Who on earth is Fred?
Fred's a friend of mine. Fred's a brother of mine. He's my little brother. He's 5 years old, you know. And I bought him a black and green scarf for his birthday. And my sister gave him a yellow coat and grey trousers. And Mother bought him white shoes and a blue tie, because he likes wearing ties. And Father...
What on earth are you talking about? What's that got to do with my story?
Nothing at all, madam. Only you see, my little brother got a lot of presents. And that scarf was very much like my little brother's. It wasn't the same scarf, but it was very much like it.
That's enough, Joe. Stop talking nonsense, will you?
No, madam. Yes, madam.